comes to your mind when you hear the term advertising? Maybe you can think of TV commercials, banners, posters, or billboards. You are not wrong, but advertising is more than just that. Behind every advertisement, it's a group of creative people working on the research, strategic planning, and placement of advertising messages. Often, these are done by advertising agencies who are paid by an identified brand. Advertising is a means of communication with the users of a product or service. And advertisements are messages paid for by those who send them and are intended to inform or influence people who receive them. Traditionally, you'll see or hear advertisements in TV, radio, and even newspapers. But with the emergence of new technology, the advertising industry has changed as well.
So this internet thing still makes life and business complicated, doesn't it? It's all upside down, inside out, counterintuitive, confusing. So what the hell do you do? Well, I think you go to the one company that has figured out the internet, the one that succeeded, the fastest growing company in the history of the world, Google. And you ask, what would Google do?
In the book, What Would Google Do? By Jeff Jarvis, he discussed how Google, the world's most popular search engine, revolutionized the advertising industry. It was in October 23 in the year 2000 when Google launched AdWords. According to Webo Media, AdWords is an advertising service by Google for businesses wanting to display ads on Google and its advertising network. The AdWords program enables businesses to set a budget for advertising and only pay when people click the ads. This ad service is largely focused on keywords. A successful advertising campaign involves targeting and reaching the right people at the right time. It is an essential part of advertising. So, countless advertisers were attracted when Google invented new means of targeting ads by opening up more places to put ads. Google created a trend that significantly changed marketing communication. You must be wondering what marketing communication is. Marketing communication, or MarCom, refers to all the efforts and methods a company uses to communicate with all its potential and current customers. Google and other digital platforms have numerous implications on MarCom. Firstly, it significantly changed how marketing information is disseminated. Initially, the choice of marketing vehicles were primarily determined by the delivery channels and the media outlet. In order to reach consumers via television set, advertisers must rely on the cable and broadcast television network to deliver either TV, commercials, and sponsored programs. The strategic decisions to reach radio listeners will limit the choices to delivering channels to just a handful of radio stations in a local market. There are only a few newspapers and magazines in a given market to print ads. Similarly, if a business wants to directly market to the consumers, they still need to go through a telephone carrier or a few salespersons. The traditional MarCom process puts the power in the hands of the suppliers of the media channels. It limits creativity and strategic choices of the advertisers and limits the reach of the advertising message. However, through the use of internet, most information can be delivered and media content can be retrieved from displayed information on any digital interfaces. The marketers can freely create various kinds of messages in any form and strategically distribute them in various communication contexts, anytime and anywhere. Secondly, search engines and even social media platforms enable marketers to zero in on their target market. Since the goal of Marcom is to reach as many consumers as possible, it used a shotgun approach. It is a marketing approach that aims to cover as wide an area or population as possible without the end target market. It's like shooting a number of small bullets with the hope that at least some of them will hit the target. This marketing approach heavily relies on mass media channels where media publishers provide a supply of advertising space and time created by the consumer attention, and then they sell it to the advertisers. For example, TV networks like ABS-CBN and GMA, they create TV shows to attract the attention of the viewers. They then sell the commercial breaks during the show to the advertisers. So the rate of this advertising space is based on the number of consumers that watches the TV show. In other words, the more popular the show is, the more expensive the commercial breaks will be. In this process, the goal of marketers is to maximize the use of media channels to reach as many consumers as efficiently as possible. Thirdly, marketers will now primarily promote their brand online. Whether it's pay-per-click advertising campaigns, optimizing web content, or inserting videos into online marketing avenues, marketers now primarily promote their companies online. According to a study done by Statista.com, over 4 billion people are active internet users. In the Philippines alone, there are 67 million internet users, and the number of users just keeps growing. Hence, the importance of online presence and visibility, it really lets the consumer know that you actually exist. Unlike traditional advertising, the internet enables marketers to engage in a two-way relationship, which allows them to gather feedback in seconds, which will help them know what the customers want so that they can improve on their products, services, or ideas as fast as possible. Additionally, it helps reach every consumer in the world with a fraction of the cost than before, and much of advertising bidding and selling process are now done through computer algorithms, often in real time as well. So it's a platform that really brings convenience to all businesses. Fourth, the vast data and information in the internet serves as clutter to every marketing message. Search engines now provide consumers with instant access to countless information online, which may be a form of distraction. Fourth, the vast data and information in the internet serves as clutter to every marketing message. Search engines now provide consumers with instant access to countless information online, which may be a form of distraction. Google also optimizes thousands of companies and brands. In other words, competitors. So, marketers need to be more creative and has to think of better ways to get the attention of the users and get them to focus on one brand. Lastly, internet brings disruption to the marketing process. The functions of advertising and marketing agencies are now being fulfilled by various technology. Agencies used to play a crucial role in helping businesses plan, produce, negotiate, and place advertising messages in traditional outlets. But these channels are very limited, and so businesses have now opted to use a more reliable platform. But with the use of internet and search engines through digital marketing, strategic choices is now supported by real-time data and market intelligence that come from the big data and in the computer. Hence, the decrease in the need for agencies to do research and create strategic planning in the placement of ads. So, the question now is, are the agencies dying? No, not at all. And at least not those agencies who are quick to adapt and are smart about new technologies.